We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Cooper over the middle, and it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Cooper. Completes it to Samuel. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Cooper looking to throw on second down. And that's complete to Adams. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Dance, and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Pulled in at the 24. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with
touchdown, Carolina! A big play there. 66 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes this a 9-point game. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They go play action here on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Eric Reed is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
1st down, Brissett. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
On second down, Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now he'll tuck it and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
30 base.
At the 46-yard line.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they got it with a 2nd and 10. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Brissett. Thomas has got it, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Back to throw is Cooper. To throw on 2nd down. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
A gain of 32 that time.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cooper. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Looking to throw. Cooper. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That's caught. It's Thomas. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That's caught at the 3. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake it? It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brissett to throw on first. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a the team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
60 outlaw.
Double dog, that's the way. Check, 55 to mine.
Now Cooper on third down. Got his target, Samuel. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike, 55.
Cooper, a final shot before break. Taking a shot for Samuel. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Back to throw. Cooper. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. On third down, Solomon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Cooper now throwing on first down. Forced out to his left. Going right side here, and that's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And he's been pretty good under the lights here tonight, hasn't he, partner?
He certainly has, and I applaud him for that because I don't know what it's like for you, but to me, preparing for a night game involves a little bit more. Trying to hold your intensity, hold that edge throughout an entire day of waiting to get out there and play. You know, the meetings, what time you're going to eat, all of those things. He's harnessed it very well. It's turning in a nice performance.
Yeah, he's closing in on 100 yards. For me, it's all about the afternoon nap for a night game.
I like the way you prep.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Brissett. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to Meredith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Brissett sets to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Open man here is Scott, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to Jake Butt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. From the red zone now, Brissett firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's Cooper on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice game, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Holyfield. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, box drop, box drop. You.
Back to throw is Cooper. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering what's going to go good or bad for your team.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And
that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there, as his guys are back within a single score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Taken in at the 11. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Panthers down by 5. And time, a huge factor. A field goal won't help. They need a touchdown to send them to the Super Bowl, as they've got it 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cooper from the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And it's caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cooper operating from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Operating from the gun, Cooper, and this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So they make the decision. They want a three-point lead versus a two-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Back to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They'll look to throw. The tight end Butt takes in the short throw. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Brissett. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down. He's back to throw. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown.
Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll run again with Adams, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A carry here for Holyfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Here we go. Can't choose some. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown!
We're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up, and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
Ready, ready! 60 yards.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion, as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him, because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Joe McCoy's one of the top defensive tackles in the league. Always a threat to go to the Pro Bowl, especially because of his pass rushing ability.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
Cooper now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Cooper. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to throw is Cooper. Throwing on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Break. 53, check 53. Go, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick slant, caught by Moore. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The end. Result, 21 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Cooper on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, Cooper. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy, Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They run with Holyfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cooper. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that, because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one, and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
Cooper throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And it's a fumble. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Had the complete... But for no
Are we in here, boys?
Right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Are we in here?
Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham,
Man, I got so
the
much
intended receiver.
So much to edit right now.
Down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling
So much to
defensively.
edit.
You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem
He was down.
to
He was down
bit,
before the first. The first.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's
This
gonna
Super Bowl,
make it
you gotta go
4th
for that.
down. And here now the punter Martin booming this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
I was trash compared to
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Cooper now. Off play action. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack.
We're doing this. We're doing this right now. The center. He's not
here tonight.
I mean, he's holding him off.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun.
God,
he'll fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Cooper operating from the gun.
Bro, my shit is
Possession
lagging.
on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards.
Let's see.
It's already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Back to throw is Cooper. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be stopped right at
Gotta go.
midfield. And the gain here to the previous
still
play, and it's
messing
better
up.
than 40 yards total. Back to throw. Cooper. If you're going to blitz,
Got him
you're going to leave
again.
in man coverage with this guy,
Got him
and that
again.
is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
I didn't notice they were exclusively man-to-man.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st
I
and
know
10.
they were exclusively man-to-man.
Now
See, look, they're
Cooper
not man right now.
operating from the gun. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And down inside the 15
They're not
he
exclusively
goes.
man.
They'll run on 1st down.
See, it's suction
Solomon,
cup
and he'll
shit
fight his way down
like
right
that.
around the 12.
That makes me not want to fucking run
Olivier
the goddamn
Vernon
ball.
brings him down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't
go.
abandon the
Last
run
play,
totally,
last play.
because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it
Ooh.
very, very difficult for him in
Yeah.
that situation.
Back of the end
We got away
zone.
with
Can
that.
he get his
We got away
feet
with
down?
that.
No, it's incomplete.
It was a play for him to make.
So 3 seconds
didn't.
here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see
we
about
got
getting
this.
3 points.
See, I'm online. You don't know when to jump the shit. I'm about to say, if
And
the
the
computer ended up
13-year
jumping
man
that.
puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll get
I
you
gotta
over
play
to Orlando, where standing
GTA
by
after
is
this.
Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends
257 passing
tonight,
yards
as we'll get back to
already.
you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Hold on, guys.
It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the
That's all they
Lombardi.
showed? Holyfield shit? Give me a second. We're gonna talk to Lil Bros before we get on Grand Theft Auto. Talk to the Lil Bros. See what the Lil Bros doing, how he eating, how he living.
Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right
Hey,
back
little bros.
to Brandon and Charles.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be taken in
Just
at
gotta
the
hold
one.
on.
And he'll
Took the
this
Browns
across
to the Super
25.
Bowl. Whoever said they took the
Extra
Browns to
yards
the
up
Super
to
Bowl.
the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. On one hand, as we look at some of his struggles with the 3 interceptions, he's got to be upset. On the other hand, they're still winning this game.
So how does he take care of the ball the rest of the game? That's
Exactly.
what his teammates are interested in, because they pick things up for him throughout. You got to look over the defensive side, the kicking game. Those guys have made it work for him. Now his goal, not mess up anything else down the stretch.
Yeah, forget about those 3 picks. Move on. The tackle made by...
Sorry, boys. Trying to figure out how to do this fucking PlayStation shit. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played this. What's up, my guy?
The linebacker, Joe Schobert.
How you been?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Can you hear me?
They run on 2nd down with Adams.
Oh, he missed the block, really?
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the
Can you
first.
hear me, my
It's a
guy?
gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably
You
good
get him,
philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
What you talking about right now?
Cooper on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
What does that mean?
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cooper now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
I'm playing a Super Bowl game right now.
Coming up, here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You see me, I'm live.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man.
You see me, I'm live.
Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Yeah, I'm doing live right now.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Here's Cooper throwing on 1st down. Flush to it, and he can't find a
You're a
receiver,
fucking
and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon. Just
I'm
will
out of
not
practice.
be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I'm almost done with this
So
shit.
2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Not really, though.
Pressure gets to him again.
Chargers for clout.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle
I don't
this
even know what a
pass
money
rush.
drop
It's been devastating
is.
time and time
I don't
again.
even need money.
Need something from
on
deep in
GTA.
the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd
Grind
down.
it out.
Backwards, it's 3rd and very
I
low.
do, but I would not spend actual money to get it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of
Just wasted a timeout.
get ball.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team.
Just
It's
wasted
just
a
their first, so
timeout.
2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
It bounced off the fucking thing, and then... Oh my god. I'm glad that shit's on live. Look at this shit. I kicked the field goal and hit the bottom crossbar. Went straight in the fucking air.
Kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit
That
from that
shit
distance, sometimes
is
you're
not
going to need a
cool.
little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
You know what?
Mayfield on 1st down. Got an open man.
I have
That's
control.
David Njoku, the tight
I think I'm
end.
gonna quit this. I'm gonna join Grand Theft Auto. And for people to see the next video of how this shit ends, they gotta like, share, and subscribe.
Chubb on the counter.
Oh shit.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
It's interesting
Alright,
going into this game. There was so much
Can I
talk
join
on
you?
both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Do you want to play
Averaging over 3 yards a
GTA?
carry right now. He finds Beckham complete.
Well, I'm kind of